Okay, here we're working on row 7 of the skinny bangle. This is skinny 2 with the zigzag line in the black and white pattern. And this is just to show you how to do a loose weave. I know if you're a tight beader like I am, it's a little bit more difficult to do it loose. So as you can see, I'm going in. If you hold the work so that it's kind of flattened out, so the inner line, the inner row, row 1, where the 15s, which I've done in white so you can see them clearly, the 15s hold the work in tighter than the rows of the 11s do. This is what's going to create the roll. If you hold your nail against the work when you're adding the beads loosely, and just let the bead pop in and sit there, you'll see a little bit of space at each side, and that's what you need to see so that when you turn it, your roll's going to work. So you just keep adding beads and you just can keep laying it flat. Helps with that tension, which the tension really matters on this. If you're a loose beader, you will not have problems with this. If you're a tight beader, you will. You will crack your beads if you're beading this too tightly when you start to turn it. So that's just loosely beading. You can see how it's beginning to roll, that it's getting that kind of curve on it. And that's what you want to be seeing at this point. You know that you're going to have a good roll if it's doing that. Okay, so we'll come back when we're doing a little bit more and when we get onto the inner roll, onto the inner side when we go into the 15s and start to do the fold. Okay. Okay, and we're back as I'm finishing up row 14, which is the second one, the second row of 15s. You'll see that the work begins to firm up a lot at this point. When you're doing these rows with the 15s, you don't have to worry about a loose tension as much. This is going to be the innermost part of the bangle. So it will be smaller, so tighter is fine. I know it's a relaxation for all of those beaders who bead tight like I do. It's like, okay, I can relax now. So we just finish up this. And the next row, I'm actually going to switch back to 11s. And I've been asked why I do this and not just continue working in 15s. And the reason I do this is just to give the inner band a little bit of a curve. It is a roll, so I wanted to continue the curve on the inside. And so this one just adds that little bit of curve on the inside. So as I work a row in 11s, and you can see how much the bangle, you can see how much firmer this is now. It's not going to twist quite as badly, but still lots of flex in it. But you can see the firmness when you lay it flat. That firmness is there. You can see the roll happening right here as it's rolling over on itself, so that you've actually got a gutter in there. And this is just the natural course of the beads as you're adding those 15s in. Okay, so this is what's going to turn in. So you can see as it's working in there that it's going to turn and start and become the inside of the bangle. Okay, so we'll come back when I've done this and the other 2 rows of 15s, which will go at the side of these red ones. So row of 11s, 2 more rows of 15s, and we'll be back. Okay, here we are ready to do the turn. We have finished row 17. So you can see now that there's a shape going on here where you have the narrow band that will turn inside, and you can see the roll on the outside. So what we do is we just gently fold the beads in. So you're just going around and folding the beads in. If you've worked really tightly, you'll have more problems doing this. That's when it kind of doesn't work. And as we turn in, just roll it in. And we can just do this, swirl it around. And so now you see that the beads are laying in and you've got that start of a roll. Now to continue, our thread is now on the wrong side. We have to push the thread through the bangle. And when we're working, we're going to be working so that we have to pull the beads down on the outside so you can see to continue working into row 17. Okay, so this is what I say when you have to slide the roll back. You can see that it's there. We want the beads that we start working on now, we want to come out and roll over this top roll, so that you can see here as row number 1 will get tucked inside. Okay, so working on the inside, folding, pulling back the beginning work, and we start to work in with our next set of beads. And we're going to work a few rows of this. And you want to, the first row tension is just general, but then start to loosen it up so that you can have it fold over, roll over the other ones. As I work a few rows of this, I'll come back and you'll see how the roll actually takes in. And we'll show you just how to tuck off row number 1 and make sure it's going to sit correctly, and what you can do if it doesn't. Alright, as you can see, we're going to go, it's going to go and tuck in, and then these rows are going to come out. Okay. And here we are at the rows. As you can see, I'm working in red. I'm working on row 20 right now, and I just wanted to show you that we have actually got the roll complete. This under here you can see is row 1, the little 15s on the end, and as it is, it's tucked in, and you see how it rolls, and then the outside rolls over it. So once again, there it is, the 15s. You may have your roll look something like this. If your roll has looked like that, then you just need to tuck in your first row. So it's just a matter of giving a little tweak. And as you see, as I work beads, on the outside, they roll out. So you want to be keeping your tension loose on here. And you would work another row, you would finish row 20, work another row, row 21, and then you would put your embellishment beads on. And so it does look like a little underskirt. There's no zipping. We don't zip the tube, it's a roll. So that's all there is to it. You can see it's got a nice firm shape to it now. And you see your inside. See the insides, and you see the outside, the underneath with its little skirt. And that's all there is to it. It's all a matter of tension. And once you've got the tension right, which hopefully this video will help you, you'll be able to make lots of rolled edge bangles. There you go. Thank you.